10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, baby. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out between us anymore. Yeah. I found a new lover. Someone who actually respects me and cares about me. What's her name? I don't know if I should tell you that. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you her name. Her name is the Bundesliga. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Granite Keep channel. We're doing a live watch-along for Borussia Dortmund and FC Köln. Match day 1 in the Bundesliga. Well, second day of the Bundesliga, but it's still match day 1. Let's get the headphones on. Let's get connected. We're live. I'm not live, but the game is live at the Signal Iduna Park. Players on the pitch. Doing a coin flip here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Like I said, if you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner, click the bell icon so you're notified when I go live. Smash like button as well. Follow me on the social media. @GraniteKeem is the Twitter. @Grant_Keem is the Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to get merch, join the Discord or make a donation. All those links are in the video description. Right, happy Saturday. It's a Saturday morning for me. I had to get up earlier than normal, so I am a little bit tired. So I'll do my best to keep the energy up. Hopefully Dortmund can help with that. Tell you what, so far today in the Bundesliga, high-scoring games, so we'll see if that pattern continues here. We'll get to the out-of-town scores later. We'll get to starting lineups later. I just want to make sure we get the clock ready. And also in the chat, I put a poll in the chat of who do you think is going to win today's match. Dortmund, Köln, or will it be a draw? I'm going for Dortmund, of course. I think they got to get the win here. Too much quality on the pitch for Dortmund against Köln. You're at home. Right the ship from last season, and we'll talk about that too. The absolute bottle job blunder that was last season. And we're underway in the first half. And that clock is perfectly synced, so use that to sync the game up on TV at home. If you are in America, we have some exciting news today. If you are in America, the game is on ABC, so you don't need ESPN Plus to watch it. You can watch it on cable through ABC, which I believe is Channel 5. Where I'm from, it's Channel 5 on your cable box, if you still have a cable box in 2023. I'm sure it's a lot of people do. Do people still have landline phones? That's a good question. If you have a landline phone, you're a true legend. I think I don't have. We got rid of ours like 2-3 years ago during COVID. But yeah, I'll be honest. I miss landline phones. It was when I was younger. It was always a big deal to call your friends on the landline after school. Hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to have a sleepover? It was always a good time. Cobalt to save there. Easy one. Took a deflection. But don't knock the landline. Those were the days, man. The landline phones. In the early 2000s. What a time to be alive, I think. Compared to now. I think being a kid then, when I was a kid, I mean, you had prime Nickelodeon with SpongeBob, Drake and Josh, iCarly. Disney Channel was in its prime, like High School Musical, Phineas and Ferb. I don't know, all those TV shows. I feel like Disney, I flip to Disney and Nickelodeon now, and I feel like a lot of the shows are just a bunch of crap. But enough about the kids' TV shows and nostalgia. We can talk about that later. Let's get to lineups here. FotMob has updated. Let's do this. FotMob will update stats as soon as the website gets updated. But let's do lineups here. I have it pulled up on Twitter. We shall start with the home side in Borussia Dortmund. Will this work? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. For Dortmund, they're in a 4-2-3-1 formation. We have Kobel in net, the mighty Kobel. Your back line of Ryerson, Zula, Hummels, Benzemani. I love that name. I think Mazwai for Bayern Munich, and then Benzemani are probably some of my favorite names to say in the Bundesliga. In the midfield, newly added Zabitzer, Emre Can, the new captain, Malen, Marco Reus, Julia Brandt. Up top, Sebastian Haller. Solid lineup for Dortmund, and I heard on the ESPN broadcast, so we have stats rolling in as well. We got some stats rolling in. There you go. I heard on ESPN that Gio Reyna, this is from Eden Turgic, pre-game interview. Gio Reyna not fit enough to play yet, so he's not. I don't think he's even on the bench. So if you're in America and you want to see some Gio Reyna content today, you ain't gonna get it. Apologies. But here is the lineup for Cologne. Is it Cologne or Köln? Someone let me know. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I don't know. I've heard Cologne. I've heard Köln. I'll go Cologne. Offsides here? Might have been offsides or a foul. I don't know. For Cologne, they're in a 5-3-2 formation. They have 5 in the back, which is pretty smart, I think, when you're playing at the Signal Iduna Park. Tough environment. Dortmund have been money there going back all the way to last season. 5 in the back, I think, is smart. In net, we have Schwabe. Your back line of Pakada, Shabat, Hubers, Schmitz, Cartensen. Midfield of Kainz, Martel, Lubicic, I think that's how you say it. And up top, you got Waldschmidt and Selke. And that is your lineup for FC Cologne. Isn't that beautiful by FOTMob? Look at the right of your screen. We got stats, we got the shots, the XG of the shot. A up to FOTMob. If they want to sponsor the Bundesliga streams we do, hit me up, FOTMob. I love your stuff. I love it. All right, let's kind of set this game up. Not a whole lot has happened here, unlike last stream when, Bayern Munich and Sane scored 4 minutes into the game. So we have time to kind of chat about both of these teams. If you are a newbie and you don't really watch the Bundesliga a lot, which I understand. Borussia Dortmund, head coached by Eden Turgic, probably one of my favorite managers, if not my favorite manager, probably of any team I follow. Definitely my favorite. He just seems like such a chill guy. I always say he's a guy that you could just get a pint with at a bar, hang out with. Seems like a good time. Super chill manager. We got a player down for Dortmund. Bit of a tough challenge. That was Pacarada with the challenge. Was that Royce? Oh, it was Ryerson. Yeah, not a good challenge. I'm surprised that's not a yellow card on Pacarada. Probably because it's only 5 minutes into the game, but I would have given that a yellow. But Ryerson looks to be okay. But Dortmund, head coach by Eden Turgic, established in 1909, of course, if you didn't know. So they've been around for quite a while. They finished in second place last season. I mean, I can't even describe how disappointing and just how much of a choke job that was last season by Borussia Dortmund. I mean, chance after chance after chance after chance, and I'm not even exaggerating. They had like 5 or 6 chances to really extend their lead at first when they were at first and couldn't. And then on the final day, oh, Malen in the box! Down he goes, no penalty, says the referee. I like his hair. I wonder if that's a hairpiece or if that's real. But good job by Dortmund here early. But no penalty. But yeah, 5 or 6 chances. You're at home to Mainz. All you had to do was win. Mainz had nothing to play for. They were like in 10th place or something. And you gave up 2 goals in the first half. down 2-0 early. And then even when you were losing 2-1 in the second half, Cologne, the same Cologne team, saved your ass and got the equalizer against Bayern, and you were going to win the Bundesliga. And then Jamal Musiala gets the 89th minute goal, the golden goal. And then Dortmund did get an equalizer to make it 2-2, but it wasn't enough. And just such a dramatic day. Season, says Dortmund. A up Dortmund, let's go. But yeah, I mean, just a absolute blunder. Let's see if the boys can right the ship this year. Very disappointing. I was really hoping Dortmund were going to win last year, but it's going to have to wait for this year. And honestly, last year was the year that anyone besides Bayern was going to win, because this year with Harry Kane and Bayern, with Kim at their back line from Napoli, I just don't see Bayern losing the title this year. They just have too much quality on the pitch to not make it work this year. Like, not win convincingly, I should say. We have throw in for Cologne. I should mention they have not won the title since 2012, so I'm trying to think how old I was. I was 12, so that means I would have been in, like, what, 6th grade? 7th grade? Is that when you're right around there? Insane. A lot's happened since I've been in 6th grade. In more ways than one. Talking about facial hair. Transfers in for Dortmund. They transferred in Felix Nemeka from Wolfsburg. Marcel Sabitzer from Bayern Munich, which is a big addition because, Jude Bellingham left for Real Madrid. So Sabitzer was brought in to kind of fill his role. But I don't think trying to fill Jude Bellingham's role is very difficult. He played such an integral part to this team last year. So we'll see if Sabitzer works out. They also got Rami Benzemani from Gladbach on a free. And Ole Pullman was a youth signing, it looks like. This is from transfermarket.com, I think is the website where I found this. Transferred out, a lot of people transferred out. Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid, 103 million euros. Ansgar Knopf went to Frankfurt. Tom Roth, I've never heard of him. Felix Passlack, Luka Unaban, Mahmoud Daoud went to Brighton. The big one as well, Rafael Guerrero left for Bayern, and that's going to be really weird to see Rafael Guerrero in a Bayern jersey. We'll all get used to it. Koulibaly went to Antwerp. That's a great name, Royal Antwerp. Modeste and Schultz are currently not with the team, so they're just free agents, I suppose. The preseason for Borussia Dortmund, they ended last season with that brutal draw at home, losing the title, but this preseason they've done pretty well. They beat Manchester United in a preseason game. I think, was that in San Diego or something? I remember watching that. I was out of town when I watched it, so I was in a hotel. But I'm pretty sure that was in San Diego. They beat Ajax as well, and then drew with Chelsea. In the DFB Pokal last weekend, they beat Schott Mainz 6-1, and that was in the first round. And the first round of the DFB Pokal is, you can't read too much into it. All the Bundesliga teams win because, they're way better than the crap teams in the lower tiers. I don't even know what tier Schott Mainz is. If someone can let me know, I'd greatly appreciate it. I would assume, like, a 4th tier. I don't know how many tiers there are in Germany, but that's got to be near the bottom. New captaincy, yes. So Emre Can is the new captain in Dortmund. Marco Reus handed it over. Bit of a surprise. Marco Reus is like just, he's Dortmund through and through. Bit surprised that it's Emre Can, but I understand kind of turning... what's the saying? Turning the new leaf, or turning whatever you want to say. Handed it over to Emre Can, who's done very well for Dortmund in his career so far with them, and I think he'll be a good captain. I think he will. Marco Reus, he's on the ball. Malin. Off his boot and right to the keeper. I already forgot his name. All right, Strobe. The keeper, Strobe. We'll remember. Also, I should preface this, everybody. If you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner, of course. You don't have to if you don't want. I coined myself the Bundesliga enthusiast. I love this league ever since lockdown. That's kind of how I got exposed to it, just because of lockdown in 2020, because it was the first league to come back. I love watching the league. I'm not an expert. I keep telling people this. I'm not an expert. I do lots of research on my own with notes and everything. I'm just a fan, and hopefully, you know, people at home enjoy the streams, a platform where we can talk about the Bundesliga, because there's not a lot of YouTubers out there who cover the Bundesliga. So I was like, I want to create a space where we can all hang out and talk. There's not a lot, at least English speaking channels. You know, a lot are German, but creating a platform for us to just talk and hang out. So that's basically the whole point of these Bundesliga streams. And hopefully you are enjoying yourself at home on this lazy Saturday. I'm feeling quite lazy today. After this stream, I'm going to chill out, hang out. I'm exhausted from the week. Gonna have some probably lunch after and just chill out today. But yeah, my score prediction, before we get too deep into this, we're already 15 minutes in. I always forget my score prediction. I'm gonna go for, I think this game will be a lot like the Bayern and Werder Bremen game yesterday, where, you know, it ended up 4-0, but the game was definitely not, it didn't feel like a 4-0 game. It was pretty tight up until the very end, and I think we'll see a similar result. I think I'll go 5-0 for Bayern. Sorry, 5-0 for Dortmund. It's going to be tight, though. It'll probably be like 1-0 Dortmund after the first half, and then the goals will come like 60th minutes and beyond and kind of rattle off each other. So that's my score predictions. Let me know your score predictions in the chat, everybody. My player to watch, I would have said Karim Adeyemi, but he's not in the starting 11. Is he on the bench? He is on the bench. Look out for Adeyemi on the bench. He is insanely fast, but on the pitch, I would say Sebastian Haller. Look for him to get the goals in this game and in this season, as well as Malin. Both those guys really, really good at putting the ball in the back of the net. Liam says hi. What's up, Liam? Thank you for tuning in. Angus, hope your day is going well, Angus. It's doing really well. I got up probably about 2 hours ago, and I'm tired, but I'm ready to rock for this stream. I'm ready to rock. I'm probably gonna eat after the stream, take a nap. I'm exhausted from the week, but I love doing these streams, so it was worth kind of getting up early for this one. Liam says 7-0 for Dortmund. That's ambitious, Liam. I said 5-0. Also, we have kombucha for the second half. Target didn't have, you know, a normal size bottle, so it's literally a 1 liter bottle of kombucha. It's like 4 servings, so we'll bring that out in the second half. We'll have some of it for raw synergy, and we'll see if I get the kombucha burps again. Hashtag kombucha burps. Look out, here's Cologne! Shot! Oh, off the bar! And it goes out for a goal kick. Warning shots by Cologne. Beautiful play. One touch passing down the midfield. Took a deflection off Zula and hits the crossbar. Oh, look at her. She's pumped. She's pumped in the max, that Cologne fan. Oh my goodness me. We might have a repeat of the Mainz game, everybody, if that went in. Here's the corner kick. Crap corner. Cleared away by Dortmund. Angus says 4-0 for Dortmund. Same as the Bayern scoreline. We'll see if that happens. Cologne looking dangerous. The cross! Swinging a miss by Chapeau. I believe that's his name. Chapeau. That's what Derek Ray said. Yeah, settle down, Dortmund. You gotta settle down. There's Royce. Little doink, and it goes right to Schwabe. Schwabe. I keep forgetting his name. It's Schwabe. But that was the first time the game's kind of opened up. It's been tight throughout. But yeah, players to watch. Brandt, Haller, Malen, each had 9 goals last season. Yeah, Dortmund are a team that last season at least, they scored by committee. They didn't have like one like Lewandowski or I don't know, Harry Kane, or they didn't have one guy putting the ball in the back of the net. It was kind of scoring by committee, which is good. You want that, but I think you want one guy to kind of be your leader. But I'm not liking Dortmund passing out from the back. They look a bit just not confident at all. It's a bit rusty. And I think Cologne are recognizing that, and they're really pressuring high up the pitch. We have free kick for Dortmund. Right, this is an interesting stat for Borussia Dortmund. They're undefeated in 19 competitive home games, and the last time this team lost at home was last season in match day 3 of the Bundesliga, when they lost to Werder Bremen 3-2. So, I mean, it's almost been a year in terms of Bundesliga play that Borussia Dortmund have lost at home. So, I mean, that's unreal. We always talk about, you want your home stadium to be a fortress of solitude in any sport. That's what you want. Your home's your home. You want the visiting team to not get anything. And in Dortmund, they've done that. You would say even better than Bayern Munich has. Like, that's crazy. Dortmund overall have only lost 1 of their last 19 Bundesliga matches. The last time they lost a Bundesliga match was on April 1st of 2023 when they lost 4-2 against Bayern. That was a road game. And then kind of the outlook, and my outlook for this team, for Borussia Dortmund, I want to see this team guns a-blazing, fire in the belly. You want to right the ship after what happened last season. You want to prove to the world that you're not chokers, that you're not bottle jobs, although I think it's already too little too late for that. I think people always think you are, but I digress. Prove that you can still push for that title and force Bayern to really, just force Bayern to really have to work hard to win it this year again. And we'll see if they can. We got a dangerous set piece here for Dortmund. Julian Brandt is on it. I'm looking for Malen to get his head on the end of this. He whips it in. Headed away by Cologne. Here's Royce, doinks it in. Headed just wide, and it'll be a goal kick. I think that was it was either Hummels or Malen who got their head on that one. Now, to set up Cologne, a team that I'm sure at home you don't know much about, and if you do, please chime in the live chat with what you do know. I personally don't know much, but I have all my notes here. FC Cologne, head coached by Stefan Baumgart. They were established in 1948. And fun fact, since it is the 60th season of the Bundesliga season, the official birthday is next week, I believe, at some point. Dortmund clear it out. But yeah, the official birthday is like next weekend, so we'll have a little party because why not? Cologne were the first team to ever win the Bundesliga in the very first inaugural season. How about that? We have a drink break apparently. What's the temperature in, let me look. What's the temperature in Dortmund? I've never actually seen this, a drink break. Well, besides during COVID. I remember during lockdown, during those games, they had a drink break. But usually in Germany, it doesn't get too hot. Dortmund temperature. Oh, yeah, it's 74 degrees, which obviously isn't bad. But look at the humidity. 81% humidity in Dortmund right now. That is disgusting. I hate humidity. Grant against humidity. Humidity always wins that battle. I always stay inside if it's above like 70. I can't deal with it. Liam's asking, who do you think will win the Prem? It's got to be Man City, Liam. As much as I hate to say it, it's got to be Man City. I don't watch a whole lot of the Premier League, but for me, it's got to be Man City. My favorite team in the Prem is Man United. I would love to see them win, but that's not going to happen for quite a while, I think. So I'm going Man City. Who do you think, in your opinion, Liam, are going to win the Prem? I would assume Man City. How about Erling Haaland? Erling Haaland I actually have an Erling Haaland jersey. I don't know if you can see it, but it is an Erling Haaland Dortmund jersey. How about the Bundesliga, says Liam? It's got to be Bayern. Again, I don't want it to be Bayern. Even though I love Bayern. They're a team I do love. But, like, I just want someone else to win it, man. It's just for the sake of the Bundesliga, you want someone else to win it. And I would love it for it to be Borussia Dortmund. But yeah, I think Bayern are going to get the win here. And then Angus says, I almost gave a false fact due to my ignorance about my knowledge of Cologne. Yeah, I hear it's like a very beautiful city. And I would love to visit someday, but the football team I don't know much about. Liam says Man City. Who do you think is winning the Bundesliga, Liam, and everybody? Angus says Man City, Newcastle, and Arsenal are your top three. Newcastle's really they've surprised me in the past few years. They've gotten really good. Like I remember they used to be just mid-table. But yeah, Arsenal have gotten better, even though they are known to be bottle jobs. You could say Dortmund are the Arsenal of the Bundesliga. I digress. To go back on our Cologne, though, to set them up in this season, they finished 11th last season, 10, 12, and 12 record, 42 points. Not great, but good enough to be mid-table and good enough to not have to worry about being relegated. So they are a tough team. Like, they do play the top dogs tough, for sure. And we saw that when they played Bayern last season. Transfers. They did a lot of business with transfers. A lot of them are, kind of youth signings, but I'll go through them all. They brought in Julian Shabat, who's playing today. Jacob Christensen. Lart Parkata, who's playing today from Bundesliga 2 side St. Pauli. Philip Penke, a goalkeeper from Hoffenheim. Jonas Nikisch from the Leipzig Youth Academy, U19 team. Luca Waldschmidt from Wolfsburg, and that's kind of their big signing this offseason for Cologne. Luca Waldschmidt, he's a 7-time German international, very good center forward. Hopefully we'll see if he helps Cologne at all, get above mid-table, probably not. But we never know. Bundesliga is a very open league once you get past Bayern and Dortmund and Leipzig. I think it's kind of open. Lots of parity. Rasmus Cartensen, right back. Elias Batukanda, Andre Duda, Jonas Erbig, Noah Katterbach, Marvin Obuz. That's everyone who they brought in. Transferred out. Duda's gone. Shaqiri, not Shaqiri from Chicago Fire, the Swiss international. There's a different Shaqiri. Kindley Schindler's gone. Nicola Soldo, Tim Lamperle, Jonas Erbig, Marvin Obuz, Jonas Hector retired, and that's kind of the big downside for Cologne, is that he was kind of a big time player for Cologne. He's now retired at left back, hung up the boots, so that's probably why they signed the guy from Wolfsburg. Angus says, I'm further committing myself to more of a slate of football. I purchased ESPN Plus at the crack of dawn. At the crack of dawn. Yes, that's fantastic, Angus. It's definitely worth... You get, bang for your buck. I mean, you get, what? Bundesliga. You get La Liga. You get all of the, England leagues, like the championship and below, basically. You get all those leagues. You get, the Austrian league. There's probably a bunch of other leagues I'm blanking on that you get as well. But here we go. Corner kick. Brandt's going to take it. Shit corner. Chan lays it off. Zabitzer for Royce. Back to Zabitzer. Puts it across. Bouncing in the box. Mullen couldn't handle it. Here comes Cologne on the counter. Look out. Dortmund got numbers, though. They'll be fine. Good defense by Brandt. Here's Royce with it, though. Whip it in for Brandt. Shot gets blocked. This is better. More pace, more pace. But yeah, I think ESPN Plus is great. I'm really pissed off that MLS moved from ESPN Plus in terms of, the money, because, it was nice when everything was just on ESPN Plus, because you just had to worry about shot there, Schwebel makes the save. You only had to worry about kind of one paycheck, basically, one bill for everything. But now it's like you got ESPN Plus. Now you got to do Apple TV Plus, or whatever it's called, for the MLS subscription. So it's a bit annoying, but... And then Angus says, I checked out the price, and it's still not bad concerning all the content that they put out. Yes. That light just magically turned on. We got some weird juju on. Do we like the light, or is it a bit weird? And someone's calling me. Who the fuck is calling me? Shit's going on. My light just turned on, and someone's making a phone call. I think I'm being hacked. Who's watching this? Who is watching this, everybody? I'll turn that off. I think that looks bad, so I just leave it off. That was freaky. That was some freaky shit. We got a corner for Dortmund. Brandt whips it in, back post, and I think that was Hummels. Just missed it with his head, did a Superman dive, back post, and oh, that should have been 1-0. Definitely should have been 1-0 there. But I agree, Angus, to get back to your point. For all the content you get from ESPN Plus, it's totally worth it. I highly recommend do the ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney bundle. You save so much money by doing that. Recommend it. And if you're a big Disney fan, you get High School Musical and all that shit too. One thing that ESPN's got to do, they got to get MLS back on here and get the Premier League on ESPN Plus. Then we can all have it on one platform. That'd be just so much nicer. But, TV rights and money rights and greedy shits and greedy bastards is who rule the world. So I doubt that will ever happen. And then Angus says, I have MLS Season Pass and Peacock too. Yes, me as well. We have a Peacock family plan that we all use. Peacock sucks, man. I'm not a big fan of Peacock. But besides like watching The Office or like Parks and Rec, not like, yeah, you get the Premier League, but I don't know. Not a lot going on for Peacock. The Peacock originals are ass. There's nothing good on Peacock. I think the best streaming service is probably... I mean, Netflix is decent. I think it's dropped off. But honestly, I think Apple TV has probably the best TV shows right at the moment. Ted Lasso is just an all-time classic. Here comes Dortmund. Cologne. I tell you what, Cologne, they've really stood tall in this game. I expected lots of possession from Dortmund, as expected, but Cologne has done well. A lot like Werder Bremen in the first half of last game. Werder Bremen did well defensively, at least for a bit. Angus says, MLS is not going anywhere unless Messi drops off the face of the earth and everyone moves to Europe. Yeah, that's true. I don't know how long the contract is with Apple. But like, I wish they would move back to ESPN Plus. The only thing that sucked, though, when they were on ESPN Plus, you couldn't pick the announcers. That's the part that sucked. So, like, you were always stuck with the other team's announcers, which was annoying. So, move it on ESPN Plus, but let us pick the announcers, and then you've won me over. But yeah, I will give credit, Apple. You've done well with MLS. The video quality is great. The announcers suck, though. I'm not a big fan of the announcers. But it does the job. It does the job. But you can't beat ESPN, in my opinion. Angus says the Apple contract is for years, but Apple has the right to cancel anytime. Well, I'm going to make a petition, Angus, and we all need to sign it. Cancel your TV subscription, Apple, and let ESPN take over MLS again. Not that it matters. I don't really watch a whole lot of MLS, but it would save me, what, couple $100 a year? Which would be nice. 10 years. Jesus. I'll be in my 30s. How sad is that? It's me in my 30s. Not looking forward to it. Here's the shot. Blocked. Cologne really pressing here. Honestly, I would say Cologne have had more dangerous chances. I mean, Dortmund have as well, but the chances that Dortmund have been just kind of misses. Were like, oh, if he just would have gotten his head on it, it would have been a good chance. But Cologne, they hit the post. They've definitely had the best chance of the game. I mean, Brandt had a good look here, but easy save for Schwabel. Not Schwabel, Schwabe. I don't know why. I cannot remember his name. Schwabe. To wrap up my Cologne, they beat, I don't even know how to say this team's name, in the DFB Pokal first round. They beat VfL Osnabrück 3-1. Like I mentioned, Jonas Hector retired, which is probably the biggest change to the team. Anyone? Florian Kant is now the captain. I'm assuming Jonas Hector was before. My player to watch is Kainz. He was the second in scoring last year with 6 goals on the team, and that tells you a lot of how kind of crap this team was last year. Even though they were mid-table, the leading scorer only had 6 goals. Oh yeah, he was second, so I guess there's one other guy who had a bit more. Cologne. Yeah, they're just giving little warning shots to Borussia Dortmund, but I mean, here they come. Here's Emre Can. Royce is like, fuck you, Can. I was wide open. He was wide open. I don't know why he didn't go to Royce. Down goes Chan, appealing for a foul. Referee's not having it. People gotta let me know if you're watching this game at home. Is the referee's hair real or is it a hairpiece? I can't tell from this distance. It looks too good to be true in my opinion. It could be a hairpiece. Or maybe the Germans, they really have thick hair when they get older. I don't know. Cross comes in, headed away, falls for Brandt. Still Brandt. Gets tackled. Falls to Malen. He whips it across, and Strobe is able to snag it. 38th minute here. We have about, I don't know, 7 minutes or so left in this half. Anyone else I need to talk about? Parketa had 10 assists in each of the last 2 seasons in the Bundesliga 2. Or, sorry, the regular Bundesliga. And then Cologne have won 7 of the last 47 Bundesliga games away to Dortmund in their history. So they've only won 7 times in Dortmund ever, Cologne. So not good odds. The odds are definitely stacked against them. Overall record is 13 draws and 27 losses and 7 wins in the last 47. Here's Cologne. Hummels is able to block it, but it was offsides anyway, so it didn't matter. And my bad, Parketa, 10 assists in each of the last 2 seasons. That was in Bundesliga 2 for St. Pauli. That's a very nice name, St. Pauli. But yeah, look at the stats. Let me do a little bit of this, because we can go over each of the shots. So that was the latest shot. But if you look at the stats on the right of your screen, here's Cologne. Shot over the bar. Sky full of balls. Possession 71 to 29. XG Dortmund 1.13. That's a bit surprising to me, honestly, that Mob thinks Dortmund should have a goal, unless they're talking about the Brandt chance, which honestly wasn't that dangerous. It was like it was like such a tough angle. He was basically at the side of the net and took a shot, and Strobe made the save. It wasn't that big a deal, but apparently Fatmob agrees. I wonder what algorithm they use. And the XG for Cologne is 0.3. I'd probably agree, but however, they hit the bar, so I definitely think Cologne have been closer to scoring. Big chances, 1-0 for Dortmund. Probably the Brandt chance. Here's Malen. And Schwabe is able to grab it. Angus says St. Pauli are an interesting German club. They're very political and they're owned by their supporters. Fantastic. That's what I want to see. I hate seeing teams owned by billionaires or millionaires. I'm not a big fan of it. A lot like with Manchester United, the Glazers. I'm not talking about the donut. I'm talking about the owners. But that's great, St. Pauli. I'll have to watch some Bundesliga 2 games. I haven't really watched those games ever, but I'll have to give it a look. Bundesliga 2, by the way, is on ESPN Plus if you're interested. I feel like I'm just selling ESPN Plus on the stream. I should be a marketing person for ESPN. But yeah, I'll be honest, folks, this game has been kind of a dud so far. We've had a few chances from both teams, but not the exciting game we had yesterday with Bayern and Werder Bremen. I feel like that game definitely had more firepower in it. Is that Benzemani to Chan? Racing to Brandt. Malen lays it for Brandt. Excellent tackle by that Cologne defender. And he earns himself a foul. Sean says, hey, great. What's up, Sean? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone at home is doing fantastic. Happy Saturday. I'll just turn to noon right now. Oh my gosh, I am exhausted. Got up early. The game isn't helping out. Okay, it's kind of boring. It's kind of putting me to sleep a bit, but I'm doing my best to stay up. I'll pour this water on me if I get too tired. It's cold. Don't forget, second half, we do have the kombucha. The kombucha will make an appearance in the second half, so don't you worry. And you're going to see how big the bottle is, too. It's all Target had. It'll probably be like this tall. It's ridiculous. It's like a liter of kombucha. Of raw kombucha. If you drank that in one sitting, you probably would get a buzz, I would imagine. If you're really sensitive to alcohol. Probably for like a shorter female, you probably might get a buzz. Or a shorter man. But everyone's different. Everyone takes the alcohol different. I do have an alcohol story, but we might share that in the second half. Back in college, in my dorm living days, I did have one night where I took a deep dive into the darkness that is alcohol, and didn't end up too great. Here's Marco Reus. Zabitzer was there. Defended well by Cologne. And another cross. Goes all the way across the pitch. Says Derek Ray. And it'll be a throw-in. Nothing really going on for Dortmund in the final third. Are missing that final, moment of magic, that Harry Kane and others provide at Bayern. And that's the interesting thing with Borussia Dortmund. They don't really have, like, a Harry Kane type at their club anymore. That Malen's a good striker, but he's not Harry Kane. I would have thought maybe take a dip and find someone else, but you do have Karim Adeyemi, who's very good. 2 minutes added on here. That's fair. Glad to hear that everyone's doing well. Sean's asking if we follow Leagues Cup. I do follow Leagues Cup. Pointless tournament in my opinion, but I have watched it just because of Messi. That's what Messi does. But yeah, that should be a great game tonight. That should be a really good game. Get your predictions on that game, everybody. It's got to be Inter Miami. Messi is he's making MLS look like a farmers league, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it for Miami. There's just a different buzz around Miami right now that I've never seen before, because that team was literally. I mean, I don't think I'm crazy for saying this. Probably one of the worst teams if you combine Canada, the top Canadian teams, all the American teams, and all the Mexican teams. They were probably one of the worst of all those countries. And then now, just by adding Messi, they're one of the best. Well, one of the best so far. They haven't lost yet. But yeah, I definitely think they're going to win tonight, 100%. It's got to be Messi. Angus says, I've been following the Leagues Cup. I do follow MLS pretty closely. Yeah, I used to follow MLS pretty closely, but I've kind of just lost interest over the years. And my love for German football in the Bundesliga has kind of taken over. And I'm really following this league more closer than I have in years past. Aller had a chance there, but Schwabe's going to grab it, and I think that will be it for the first half. Yes, it will. We end up scoreless after the first half. No not a whole lot going on. Yeah, ESPN has the correct XG, 0.59, I think, for Dortmund it was. Speaking of getting drunk, I think the coders for FOTMob are drunk, giving Dortmund a 1.13 XG. That's a bit generous in my opinion. God knows what they're drinking. Nishan says, as much as I want Nashville to win, I'm going to say Miami wins like 3-2. Yeah, it's going to be like 3-2 in penalties or something. It's going to be tight. I think it's going the full distance to penalties. And then Angus saying, I have a nightmare story about too many shots. 21 of vodka in college. Holy shit, Angus. I didn't do that many shots. I did the classic rookie mistake of mixing my vodka shots with beer. My Stella Artois. I had Smirnoff and Stella Artois because I'm bougie. That's just what my friend brought me. And of course, we all were underage. My friend had a fake ID. Not a good thing. Don't underage drink, kids. Don't do it. If you want to, that's your choice. I'm not going to judge you. Angus is saying Nashville's a pretty good team, and Messi makes a mess of everyone's defense. Agreed, Angus. 100%. Nashville, solid team, but it's messy. And Messi is messy. To recap this first half, everybody. And then we'll take a break, and then we can go to the restroom and get snacks. I'll get my kombucha and all that jazz. It was, I don't know. It was kind of like basically how the first half went. Dortmund maybe had a chance. Cologne, half a chance. Dortmund had a chance. Cologne, half a chance. Dortmund, half a chance. Cologne hit the post. Dortmund, chance. Like, it was just like kind of nothing really going on, kind of boring. Hopefully the second half is more exciting and more thrilling. There were moments in the game that were a bit exciting in like the 18th minute, but overall, bit of a dud. I want the goals. Every other game in the Bundesliga today has had like 5 goals in it. Where are the goals? Where are the goals, everybody? Eden Terzic, where are the goals? I don't know who the coach for Stefan Baumgart for Cologne. Where are the goals? We want goals. Hopefully we get some in the second half. Angus says, I've been legal to drink ever since I've been 18. That's great. Yeah, and that's pretty new. They updated the 21 drinking age, I think. Not like super new, but recent history. But yeah, we'll step aside here. Sean says, Grant, I saw a tweet where a game was like 5-5. Yes, I did see that, Sean. Who was that? Augsburg and Gladbach, 4-4. Yeah, so Augsburg, Gladbach finished 4-4, 8 goals. Leverkusen beat Leipzig 3-2, 5 goals. Freiburg beat Hoffenheim 3 goals, 2-1. Stuttgart beat Bochum, make sure I pronounce it right, Bochum, 5-0, so 5 goals there. Wolfsburg beat Heidenheim 2-0, so we got 2 goals there. But I mean, Jesus, if we average those out, that's at least 3 to 4 goals a game. We're not getting that in this one, I tell you what. Hopefully we do. And also, before we go, if you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner, every week we'll cover Dortmund, we'll cover Bayern on the channel because we love Bundesliga. And don't forget, Grant Predicts the Bundesliga is a brand new series. Every Thursday before the match day starts on Friday, I will give my predictions, my expert predictions, because I'm such an expert, on who will win or if the game will end up in a draw. And for every prediction, and you can play at home as well, every prediction you get right, you get 1 point. And at the end of the week, on Monday, I'll release a video recapping the week of all the games and how I did with my scores. And we can compare with each other with how many points we have. So yes, that is like something new that I'm doing on the channel that I would try, and it's fun. And you can play at home as well. Try and beat me. I think so far, I'm not doing so hot because I had Leipzig winning, they lost. I had Gladbach winning, they drew. I did have Freiburg winning, so that's good. Stuttgart won, so that's not good. Wolfsburg won. I got that right. So I think I have 3 right so far. Not great, but we'll see. We'll do an official recap video that I'll put out on Monday, so don't you worry. And we also have gaming streams on the channel. FIFA career mode. AFC Richmond career mode on FIFA. We have GTA, Red Dead, Fall Guys, the whole lot. So make sure you check that out as well. And then Angus is saying, since the MLS pretty much owns all the team, they should send a memo to all teams to improve their defense. I agree, Angus. Or get rid of salary caps, because that's pointless in MLS. I hate salary caps for soccer. Ridiculous. But we can talk more about that in the second half. We will step aside here, and I will see you guys for the start of the second half. I got to use the restroom, so I'm going to go, and then I'll get my kombucha. See you in about like 10 minutes or so.
angel sent from up above. You know you make my world light up. When I was down, when I was hurt, you came to lift me up. Life is a drink and love's a drug. Oh, now I think I must be my user. When I was a river dried up, it came to rain and flood. I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so angel sent from up above. I feel it coursing through my blood. Life is a drink, your life's about to make the stars come out.
Drink from me, drink from me. Pour on a symphony.
When I'm low, 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 I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so
I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. I'm shooting across the sky. I'm shooting across the I'm shooting across the sky. I'm shooting across the I'm shooting across the
I know that I must do what's right. Sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. I'm
gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. Ain't nothing that 100 million boys could ever do. I press the plains down in Africa. What does that mean, everybody? I press the plains. What does that mean? I've never understood that lyric from that song. I press the plains down in Africa. What does that bloody mean? Africa, I'm looking at you. What does it mean? Or Toto. Is Toto the band? I think it's Toto. While we ponder on that, we're underway in the second half. We'll see if Dortmund can find a way through Cologne, who I listened to my boy Archie Raintut. Shout out Archie Raintut. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. He said Cologne played really, really well. He was surprised at how well Cologne played. So I think maybe I was saying disappointing by Dortmund. Maybe it's just Cologne is playing really well today. Maybe that's why we're not seeing that many goals. Seth in Berlin. What's up, Seth? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining my live stream. I appreciate it. I crossed the plains in Africa, my friend. I crossed the plains? No, it's I pressed the plains. Is it I crossed the plains? No way. This will blow my mind. For 20 plus years, I've been wrong. Africa, Toto, lyrics. Oh, it's I bless the rains. I bless the rains down in Africa. What a prat. I've always thought it was I press the plains down in Africa. It's I bless the rain. What a prat. Oh, I bless the rain. What a joke. What a joke I am. I press the planes. I was like, that makes no sense. What do you mean? Like, are you in the assembly line pressing planes and like making them? I have no idea what that meant. Yeah, Seth, we were both wrong. What a joke that is. I bless the rains. Sorry, Toto. That came out in 1982. The great year of 1982. I was yet to exist. Look out, here's Cologne! Karstensen! Good tackle. He got double teamed there. That's what she said. He got double teamed in the box. That's even better. Double teamed in the box. I'm sure some people love to be double teamed in their box, but I digress. It'll be a throw-in for Cologne here. But yeah, start the second half. Seth says, I'm watching the game, but it's in German, and my German isn't good enough. I understand, Seth. Happy you're here with us. I'm not an expert on the Bundesliga. I'm just a fan. I'm from America who fell in love with watching the Bundesliga because of lockdown in 2020, because you guys were the first league to come back. So I started watching the Bundesliga. I fell in love with it. Yeah, and that's kind of how I became a fan of the league. We cover Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich on the channel. We also do Grant Predicts the Bundesliga, where I give my match day predictions every week. And you can play along with me at home as well. We got a dangerous set piece there for Cologne. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out my video that I released maybe after the game. A link in the description or on my YouTube homepage. Cologne clears it out. Fatma, we gotta fix this because you keep moving on me. Bloody Fatmob. But I appreciate you, Fatmob, for the stats. I don't agree with your XG. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Angus says it's one of my most unfavorite songs of all time. I bless the rains down in Africa. Ain't nothing that 100 million boys could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Yeah, you love it or hate it. My mom loves that song. I don't like it. Like, whenever she hears it, she is like, oh, I put my hand to like turn it off. She's like, don't even think about it, Grant. We're listening to this. Like, if it comes on the radio, don't even think about it, Grant. We're fucking listening to the song. And then Stats is saying, I'm from the US too. Moved to Berlin 3 years ago. I have a channel. Oh, that's awesome, Seth. That's awesome. I'll have to subscribe. After the stream, I'll definitely check out your channel and subscribe 100%. I'm a Dortmund and Arsenal guy. Fantastic. I'm a Dortmund. This is weird, Seth, so don't judge me. I also like Bayern. I know. They have players that I love. I can't help it. I love Alphonso Davies. I can't help it, okay? I love Thomas Müller. Don't judge me. But yeah, I'd say Dortmund, Bayern are kind of my two favorites in the Bundesliga. In the Premier League, I've always loved Manchester United. And then in MLS, I've always been a big Seattle Sounders fan. So they're kind of my teams. And Seth says, and Union. Is that Union Berlin, Seth? And then I don't hate Bayern. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how it is. I'm probably one of the rare people that actually likes both teams. I'm assuming if you grew up in Germany, that's like impossible, but we got a player down for Cologne. I think they're going to make a sub here. FC Union Berlin. Oh, that's awesome, Seth. Yeah, they're a team that really surprised me last year getting into Champions League. That's very impressive. I don't know if they'll do much in Champions League, but you qualified. But I think it'll be tough for Union to get back in Champions League because Bayer Leverkusen are supposed to be really good this year. And they had a statement win earlier today against Leipzig, who I predicted to win because they were on such a roll. They're on such a big roll, Leipzig, but that's okay. But yeah, let's get the subs. I think that just came in. Right, the iPad is glitching on me, so all this glitches, so here we go. Here we go. David Selke is off, and then Adam Jan is on for Cologne. There we go. Those are the substitutes for Cologne. Seth says the only former East German team to be in the Bundesliga. RB Leipzig doesn't count because they're owned by Austrians. Oh, East Germany. I didn't know that about Berlin. I know they have an awesome stadium. Like, it's a very classic kind of looking stadium. But yeah, that's awesome. And then Angus says, by the way, the ref has real hair. It's very similar to mine. Gotcha, Angus. It looked like a hairpiece from up here, but it looked too good to be true in my opinion. But you know, glad to see it's real. Or maybe he used what's the service where you're bald and you can install hair on your head? I forgot the company that does that in America. We have a corner kick for Borussia Dortmund here, first of the second half. Rogaine, yes, Angus, it is Rogaine. Isn't that where they take your pubic hair and put it on your head? Isn't that what Rogaine does? Here we go, Brandt to take the corner. The outswinger, headed, just wide. Be a goal kick. And then Hertha going down was a severe blow to the city, Hertha Berlin. Oh, I imagine. That's tough. I'm surprised that Hertha Berlin, they play at that Olympia Stadion. I think that's probably one of the best stadiums. It's just so, like, classic. Very nice. Here's Cologne. Karstensen. Back for Karstensen. Oh! Kobo with the save! Oh! Waldschmidt hit Waldschmidt's face, the rebound, and then it went over the bar. Best chance of the game here for Cologne. Excellent save by Kobel. Dude, the splits. You gotta be careful, Dortmund. I mean, this is crazy. I was not expecting this game at all. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if Cologne win today based on this so far. Seth says, it's a classic for sure. Jesse Owens won gold in 1936 in the Olympics. Yes, I do remember that. Well, I don't remember. I wasn't there in 1936, but I remember learning about it in history class or watched a documentary on it. But Germany's a place like I've always wanted to visit, and I am considering like moving there when I get older, maybe a little bit older. It just seemed like such an awesome place to be. And I don't know. We have to stay tuned. I might make the switch to make the jump to Germany. Old man, yes, I'm very old. I'm a limber. I don't know. I'm almost. If I was born in I would have been born in like the 1920s to remember Jesse Owens. So I'd be over 100 years old. I'd be 103, but I look like I'm 25. I look like I'm 20, but I'm 103. Aging like a fine wine. He's offsides, ref. Oh, he was on. Royce! What a save by Strobe! He was off. Yeah, I thought he was miles offside. Mullen, way offside. So that was Haller. That was Haller. Haller was way offsides. Royce took the shot anyway, and it was a good save by Schwabe. Angus says, one of my best friends lives in Germany. I need to visit him. We all need to take a group trip to Germany together. That's what needs to happen. I am calling a group trip to Germany, all of us, and we'll go to a Bundesliga game. That is what we got to do. Oh, also, I teased this at the first half, the kombucha, and this might be a new tradition on the channel. In the second half, we drink kombucha, but at Target, where we shop, they didn't have the normal size bottles of kombucha like we saw in the last stream we did a few days ago. Or that was last week, excuse me, where I got kombucha burps. This is all they had. 1 liters of kombucha. Massive. And it's a glass bottle, too. We do some ASMR. Here is the glass bottle. Here's me opening the bottle. Well, oh, it's doing something. Yesterday I had Agua Bonita, and that kind of was a fail. I shook it, and I should not have shaken it. Seth says, life is pretty good here. There are goods and bads like anywhere else, for sure. From everything I've seen online, it looks like an awesome place to visit, or to live. It's all about just finding a job to do, I suppose. I have to two-hand this thing. That's what she said. Wow. I know, I feel stronger in the liter bottle. Wow. 1.4 liters. We gotta two-hand it. Very nice. Raw kombucha from Synergy. If they want to sponsor me, please do. Raw kombucha powers Grant Hakeem on his YouTube channel. That's like the ad. That's the 30-second, or that's like the 5-second ad you're going to see on YouTube now for kombucha. We got a substitute for Borussia Dortmund. It looks like, is that Emre Can? It is Emre Can. He came off for Nemenka. And Haller is off for Mukoko. I am surprised to not see Karim Adeyemi. He must not be 100% fit yet, for whatever reason, but I would have liked to have seen Adeyemi in his speed on the pitch, because I feel like Dortmund are lacking speed. It just looks very sluggish. Here's Cologne. Done well by Hummels there to defend. Half an hour left, and honestly, this game has all the signs of a scoreless draw, in my opinion. And if it does end up as a scoreless draw, I'm giving all credit to Cologne. Coming into the Signal Iduna Park is no easy task, and to get a point out of it is very impressive. From a Cologne team who's expected to be like mid-table at best, so very impressive by them. I think Cologne might be a underdog team this year. Not to win it, but maybe to get, I don't know, 7th, 6th. Maybe get the Conference League spot. The god-awful Europa Conference League. Ryerson. Malin. Defended well. Hummels, and that sums up Dortmund's day right there. Oh, we got the kombucha burps. Excuse me, everybody. We have kombucha burps. They're back. I'm gonna make a T-shirt that says "I've got kombucha burps," and we'll get that on the merch store. 100%. That was after like 2 sips of kombucha. It made me burp. Amazing. Grant Akeem drinks kombucha. Zuller kicks it back to Kobel. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Regardless of the scoreline so far, it's been a very fun stream. Talked about a lot of things. It's been great. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner. On the road to 160 on the channel, which is amazing. Let people know about the channel. We're going to cover Dortmund and Bayern all season long. As I mentioned, Grant predicts the Bundesliga will be released every Thursday, where I predict all the games. And then every Monday, I'll release a recap of the week. And we'll see how well I did with my predictions. Also, we do FIFA. We do gaming streams. I have my AFC Richmond career mode. If you're a Ted Lasso fan, you'll enjoy that. We also have Red Dead. I'm playing the whole story mode for Red Dead Redemption 2. We've played through all of GTA. We've done a bit of Fall Guys. Lots of content on the channel. The whole goal of my channel is to unite people, bring people together by, doing these streams, basically. I want to get as much people together as possible, and we can all hang out and have a good time, and that's the whole aim of the channel. So tell your friends and family about it. We have lots of fun here. We got a free kick here for Brandt. Dangerous set piece here. Let's see if Brandt can deliver any magic here. Whips it in. Oh, Hummels! Oh, back post by Hummels, and it's over the bar, and it'll be a goal kick. Yeah, is the best he could do. Was a good job by Brandt. Definitely a perfect ball by Brandt, but Hummels just couldn't get his footing right to get that in the net. Oh, yeah, but make sure you do follow me on Twitter, everybody. @GrantAkeem is my handle. That's probably the best way to keep in contact with me is the Twitter. @Grant_Akeem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. I post highlights from the streams there. Also on Twitter, too. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, all of those links in the video description. The donation thing is very optional. Don't feel like you have to. It's just there just because it's there. I gladly do all this for free because it's just fun to do, and I enjoy it. But all the money that does get donated, I put right back into the channel for new cameras and lighting and everything, so all about making the channel experience better for you guys. That's what I'm all about. That sounded Canadian there. All about. Kobo's going to snag it here. 65th minute. Come on, Borussia Dortmund. Come on. We need something. I'm telling you, we need Adeyemi in the game. Get some speed. Tell you what, if it remains scoreless, the highlight video is going to be very short. It'll probably be like 2 minutes long. Here's Malin. Good tackle there. I will say the energy in the stadium is very dull right now. It's not the normal epic energy that I'm used to feeling at the Signal Iduna Park. Oh, it feels very tame. I'd say what the atmosphere in Werder Bremen was better than this yesterday. Way more crazy. At one point in the second half, there were so many flares going off in the stadium at Werder Bremen that I could barely see the players on the pitch. And I've always wondered, that's my like scary thing of going to see a game, and if you're next to those ultra fans, and they start releasing fireworks. I mean, just think of the lung damage. I mean, that can't be good to inhale. And then you can't even see the game because of all the smoke. This seems like a lose-lose situation. It looks cool, though, from the outside. It looks cool for, like, 2 seconds. But then, you know, once the smoke is on the TV, you can't really see anything. Seth is asking, have you watched any FC St. Pauli games? I have not. I really, this season... That's kind of my goal this season. I really want to watch, like, in my own free time, the Bundesliga 2 games. And St. Pauli is a team I definitely want to check out. There's also Hamburg. That's a team that has insane crowds as well. They were in the relegation playoff with Stuttgart this past season. That stadium and crowd and atmosphere was electric. So, I think that team, I'll check out St. Pauli as well. And yeah, those crowds are great for sure, Seth. Oh, very nice kombucha. What's the this is the latest shot by Hummels. Yeah, look at Köln's XG now. FOTMOB's is 1.08 and then 1.8 for Dortmund. I don't know where they're getting 1.8 for Dortmund. Besides the one chance by Brandt, they haven't done really anything, have they? I mean, Hummels had a good look there, but nothing that I would say is like a big chance. Angus is saying, I saw Leverkusen last November when they played a friendly in St. Louis City. Ooh, very cool. Yeah, I've never seen any Bundesliga team in person. I've seen a Premier League game in person. When I was in 10th grade, I went to Manchester and saw United play at Old Trafford when I was in 10th grade. That was fun. Oh, here we go. Eden Terzic. See, I got an earpiece to Eden Terzic. I was begging. We need Karim Adeyemi for the speed because he's like a meep road runner. And he must have heard me because Karim Adeyemi is getting ready to come on. Terzic giving him the instructions here, but Adeyemi's going to come on here. Great move by Terzic. I mean, I told him, so good job for listening to me. Angus says Hamburg and St. Pauli are both in Hamburg. Oh, interesting. And Seth is Hamburg not being in the first division is a tragedy. They're a great fan base. Yeah, Seth, and wasn't that the team that thought they qualified on the last day and all the fans stormed the pitch? But then, I forgot who scored, like Heidenheim or some other team scored at like the 90-something minute, and that knocked Hamburg to the relegation playoff. And then all the fans were like stunned on the pitch, like, no! And then they lost to Stuttgart. And what a brutal way just to go out. I can't think of a more cruel way to go out. But I should say the fans should have known the situation. You gotta know the situation before you celebrate. But that is cruel. That is very cruel. I remember watching that last season. And I was like, holy shit, that's mean. That's just mean. But yeah, Hamburg is a fantastic fan base. I mean, that fan base is better than any fan base you could find in America, in my opinion. Hands down. Just so passionate. And we got some subs for Dortmund. Marco Reus is off for Karim Adeyemi. Meep meep, motherfucker. Meep meep. Karim Adeyemi is on. I want him wreaking havoc on the left wing. On this Cologne defense. I would say, Karim, move those damn legs of yours. Just do sprints, basically. Make runs. We'll do long balls. We'll do through balls. Just run, Karim. Just run. And then Seth says yes. Okay, I am right. It was Hamburg. Okay. That was crazy last year. Yeah, still Cologne with the possession. I mean, if you look at the possession stats, 71% to 29 for Dortmund. But Cologne, I think in the midfield, they've done really well. I mean, Dortmund have had a real time really getting out of the midfield. Clogging up areas. Who is this? The referee needed a new flag. Oh, wow. The flag broke. That's a first. I've never seen the offside flag break. Oh, yes. Ooh. That is good shit, kombucha. Adeyemi. Oh, is it a foul? I think it is given. We have a new flag. A third flag for the referee. He's getting a third flag. Man, how many backup flags do they have? Here's Cologne. Excellent tackle. Great tackle. That was Benzabani. Oh yeah, look at the hair on that ref. Gorgeous locks. I wish I had hair like that. Benzabani. Sats is saying, I'm trying to do a tour of all the Berlin teams going down to the regional leagues. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, that's what I want to do, Seth. Like, if I visit Germany, I want to do, like, a vlog for the channel where I visit every Bundesliga stadium and do a video for it. I think that'd be fun. I would challenge myself. Visit every single Bundesliga stadium in one day. And we'll cap it off by going to a live game. That'd be fun. Or go to multiple games in one day. We could do that as well. But definitely as a whole, though, I'd want to see a game in every single stadium. And just experience the atmosphere. I think there was a foul on Dortmund here. Yeah, throwing for Cologne. You gotta love Eden Terzic in the t-shirt and pants there. That's just a classic outfit. I mean, that's exactly what I would wear if I was the coach. Who needs a suit? Who needs a suit and a tux? I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt and pants. And some trainers. I'll tell you what, the coach for Stefan Baumgart for Cologne, Rocking the red polo pants, and he's got a beret on like a badass. His lucky beret's working so far. The cross for Cologne, here it is! Oh! Just wide! That was it! That was the chance to make it 1-0 for Cologne. They hit the bar in the first half. And we got to see this from behind, if it was even close or not. Yeah, no, not that close. Just sliced it a bit right. Angus says, I'm going to tomorrow's St. Louis v. Austin match with my fellow members and my supporters group. We'll be standing behind the northern goal, contributing to the noisiest stadium in the MLS. That sounds like a grand old time, Angus. Hope you have a good time. Sounds like fun. Yeah, I don't know if I'm as diehard and I would sit behind where the supporters sit, but I'm definitely more of a guy, when I go into a game, I just sit and watch. I'm not like a, let's go, you know. I'm just very chill, as you can tell. Seth says, in Germany in one day, that might be tough. It would be tough. It'd be like a visit every... Like, you've seen videos like that on YouTube before. Like, visit every Premier League stadium in 24 hours. Like, I feel like we could do that for Germany. But, like, in my lifetime, I want to go to, like, every stadium possible. Like, Bundesliga stadium. I think that'd be fun. In my lifetime. But just in terms of, like, just visiting the stadium, like, out from the outside, we could do that in one day, I bet. I'm up for the challenge. Hey, if you can drive on the Autobahn, right, you can go as fast as you want. We'll take the Autobahn. Ooh, it is strong, the kombucha. Maybe it's because it's a liter bottle. I don't remember it being this strong. Be a goal kick for Dortmund. It would be fun to try. Yeah, Seth, it would be lots of fun. Maybe make it 48 hours. Yeah, that's probably more feasible. But you're the expert. You live in Germany, so I'll trust you. We'll do 48 hours. Here's Cologne. Another midfield battle won. They go wide. Back post! Headed! Saved by Kobel! Oh, best chance right there for Cologne. The header, and Kobel had to make a leg save. Oh my gosh. Cologne deserved to win this game, in my opinion. They easily deserve to win this. Oh my goodness me. Little doink back post. Headed right at Kobel. Wasn't that big of a save on the replay, but it's Cologne. Every chance gets magnified because it's Cologne. Benzabani flicks it out. Headed back in the box, though, and Kobel will grab it. Yeah, what do we think, everybody? How is this match going to end? I think it's going to end in a draw. It's either going to end in a draw or Dortmund are going to nick a goal in like the 90-something minute to win it. It has that type of game. Because I don't think Köln are going to get that many more chances to score the next 10 minutes. But we shall see. Angus says, I've seen matches in Crystal Palace before, the Malinau Stadium in Wolverhampton. I have also visited Bet365 Park in Stoke-on-Trent and Old Trafford. Wow, that's awesome, Angus. Amazing. I've only done Old Trafford. That's the only stadium I've seen outside of the United States for soccer or football. But yeah, doing an England tour would be fun too. And then Seth says, I mean, it's the size of Montana, so it's not huge, but not small. Premier League benefits from having like 6 teams in London, 2 in Manchester, so you can knock out a lot of stadiums. That is true, Seth. It's definitely more spread out in Germany, isn't it? But I've never really thought about it. So Germany is the size of Montana. But Montana is a big state. I mean, it's not like it's pretty massive. But yeah, like how like we do things in North America and Europe is very interesting because in the United States we have states, right? But in Europe, you could say the states are basically just countries, right? So like Germany isn't right. Germany, England, those are all just states technically, right? And then in America we have like New York, California, Washington. You know, those are just states. But it's a part of the country, though. But, like, in Europe, it's more just smaller countries together, like states, like we have here. I don't know what the point of that ramble was, but I rambled. 10 minutes left in the game. 9 minutes left plus stoppage time. Here's Cologne again. Good defense by Ryerson. And Brandt is going to boot it out. I mean, wouldn't you say, everybody, that Cologne like have kind of controlled the second half here? Poor giveaway. Here's Adiemi. Meep, meep, motherfucker. Meep, meep. Oh, what a play by that defender for Cologne. Oh, Adiemi. You gotta play that out wide. Here's Cologne. Adamian. His shot. Easy save for Kobel. Oh my goodness. It's not their day, Dortmund. It's not their day. Angus says England has counties, and then Seth says sort of, yeah, I mean, Germany has states too, but size-wise, sure. That's what I was thinking, Seth. Like, Europe is basically like, if you think of Europe as the United States and all the countries as states, it's kind of the same concept, you know? And I mean, honestly, when you think about it, in America, each state has its own rules. So, I mean, technically, it's like its own country almost, but... Seth says, Köln deserve a point. Is it, Seth, I need your expert opinion on this. Is it Köln or Cologne? Because I've heard people on the ESPN broadcast say both. I'm not sure which one is correct. But I agree with you, Seth. I think they easily deserve a point, and honestly, if they nick a goal here late, I wouldn't be mad about it. They played well enough to nick a goal here late. We got Eden Terzic trying to make changes. I think he made the wrong sub, Eden Terzic, so he told the player to, yeah, take off the jersey. Yeah. How shitty is that? If you're a player and the coach tells you, okay, get the jersey on, let's go. And then it's like, actually, never mind. Take it off. We want this guy. I'd be pissed. We'll get the subs out here shortly. Seth says they've been the stronger side, I think. I agree, Seth. They definitely deserve at least a goal in the game. Here's Brandt with the free kick, though. Wouldn't it be so Dortmund if they got a goal here? Header just goes wide. I don't think that took a touch, actually. I think it just went wide. We got goal kick for Cologne. 5 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Can Dortmund find something late here and salvage the win? Because it has not gone well at all for Dortmund today. And then Seth says Köln is German and Cologne is not. Okay, I'm gonna say Köln then. I'm saying Köln. I want to be German. I can count down from 10. Zing, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's for you, Seth. Yeah, we put a poll in the chat of who you think is going to win. I think a lot of us said Dortmund. We can take a look at the results here because the game's almost over. Adiemi, it will be a corner kick for Dortmund. It's going to take a set piece. Come on, Dortmund. Brandt to take it. The outswinger goes deep. Header by Zuller. Cleared away by Köln. The poll, we had 28 votes. Thank you, everybody, for voting. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. 89% said Dortmund. 7% said Köln. 4% said draw. That 4% of you, it looks like you're going to be right here. And it looks like it will end up in a draw. The substitutes, so Benzabani is off, and Wolf is on, Ryerson's off, and Hazard is on for Dortmund. Dortmund pushing here, Köln does well defensively. They'll boot it down the pitch. Seth says, nice, good job, thank you, Seth. What you need to do is find a German girl, learn your German, and get married, and there's your citizenship. You know what, Seth? I'm definitely going to do that. Are there any websites you recommend, Seth, for finding a German wife? Let me know. It's like 90 Day Fiancé. You know what? Let's find a German wife that I can marry, and I'll try and get on the 90 Day Fiancé show. There you go. That would be fantastic. I like the way you think, Seth. That's not a bad plan. Header! Edison! Borussia Dortmund at the death! At the death! They get their goal off a corner kick. And I believe it's Malen. Unbelievable. It is Malen. And he's won the game for Köln. Sorry, he's won the game for Dortmund. He's won the game for Köln. It is Dortmund. He's won the game for Dortmund. Totally crap shot, but it finds a way in the back of the net. Oh, just the right bounce, and it goes top right, top left corner. Ole Borussia Dortmund, ole Borussia Dortmund, ole Borussia Dortmund, they're the best team in Germany. Unbelievable, you gotta be kidding me. If you're Cologne, sorry, if you're Köln, oh, that's devastating. You played so well, you deserve a point, you're not gonna get it. And I tell you what, Borussia Dortmund, if you want to win the title, if you want to push Dortmund for the if you want to push Bayern for the title, games where you perform badly, but all the great teams, they find ways to win even though they played like shit. And Dortmund haven't necessarily played like shit today, but they found a way to win. Things were going their way. Köln was stingy defensively. Off a corner kick, they find a way to get a goal late, and it looks like they're on their way to 3 points. Here's Adiemi. Here's Adiemi. Oh. Enki tried to go to Makuku backdoor. Could not. Here's Wolf to Brandt. And Dortmund are just going to recycle it here. Possess the ball, Dortmund. See this over the line. Seth says Tinder would be a good idea. It's a terrible plan. Don't do that. Okay, Seth, we won't. I'll give it a shot though. When I visit Germany, I'll be window shopping. How about that? Seth says goal. I mean, you can't believe it. Nothing has gone well at all for Dortmund today, but they get the chance. They get the goal. Malen totally scuffed the shot. It somehow ends up in the back of the net. And it looks like Dortmund are getting all 3 points today. Good job by Adeyemi. He draws the foul. 2 minutes? 6 minutes? Where are they getting all these extra minutes from? 6 bloody minutes. What is going on in Europe? Just tell me, what is going on in Europe with this extra time bullshit? 6 minutes? There was no way was there 6 minutes. I would have added like 2. Oh, look at Stefan Baumgart pissed off as well in his little beret. I don't care. He can piss off back to Cologne. Piss off back to Cologne. Pissed off in his beret. I don't care. Seth says good teams find ways to win. Exactly, Seth. What a character. It's going to be a character win by Dortmund. Finding ways to win. And what did I say? I think at the start of the second half, I said it would be a draw or Dortmund would nick a goal late, because that's just what Dortmund do sometimes. They play like crap, and then at the end, they get a goal. And they've done it here today. Angus says VAR picked their nose another 3+ minutes. It's a joke, Angus. I can't stand it. This isn't the Qatar World Cup where we add 10 minutes on. No way was there 6 minutes of added time. No way. It was like 2, 3 max. Well, if Cologne... I keep saying Cologne. I'm sorry, Seth. If Köln get an equalizer... I'm going right to that hairpiece ref. You little bastard. There's no way there was 6 minutes. I know your hair is real, but it looks like a hairpiece. Free kick? Oh, it's for Köln. Free kick for Köln. But yeah, this has been a grand old time, everybody. 1-0 for Dortmund, like exactly how we pictured today was going to go, right? If you are new, subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, on the road to 160. We'll do Dortmund and Bayern watch-alongs every week on the channel, don't you worry, and I play video games too. And give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself today. Fantastic. I enjoyed myself as a Dortmund fan for the last 3 minutes or so. The rest of the 80+ minutes, I was very bored and frustrated. That was my feelings about the game. Seth says, I'm American, man. You're not offending me. Okay, Seth. No. Oh, what a play. I think that was Hummels. That through ball was going right to that striker for Köln. That would have been the equalizer. Hummels stretched the legs, did the splits, basically to prevent a goal, I believe. Wow. Throw in for Köln. The supporters are going nuts with the flags. They need something. They deserve a goal, in my opinion. Can they find it with 3 minutes left? It's headed. Oh, kombucha burps. They whip it in. Headed away by Zula. Malen boot it down the pitch. Be a throw-in. They gotta move quick. We have no announcers on the telecast, so there's no announcers. I don't know what's going on with the mics, but it's just me today for the last 2 minutes. The crowd is fantastic. They're awake now. Seth says, it's been fun. I look forward to watching more. You got a sub. Keep it up. Good job. Thank you so much, Seth. I will turn the favor. I'll subscribe to your channel as well, Seth. Once we're done here today. Don't you worry. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. All season long, baby. All season long, baby. We'll be live doing watch-alongs for the Bundesliga. I am traveling in September for a trip to the West Coast, but I will do watch-alongs from the hotel. I am that hardcore. I will do watch-alongs from the hotel. Don't you worry. It's like the third week of September. I'll be out of town. But I will be live. We'll be live from the hotel. That'll be interesting. I hope the Wi-Fi is good enough. And we'll do it off my laptop. Last minute here. Free kick for Köln. Dortmund fans, you know, going like this. Very nervous. Everyone on their feet at the Signal Iduna Park. I think this is it for Köln. If you want to draw, this is your chance to get it. He whips it in. Oh, headed wide. It'll be a corner. That was a good set piece. It'll be a corner kick, though. Good job by Hummels. He's had some big-time plays defensively for Dortmund here. Dankeschön, bis später, bis zum nächsten Wusche. I know Dankeschön, Seth. You gotta translate the other parts for me, please. Here's the corner kick, the in-swinger. Shot! Oh! Oh! Booted just over the bar. Oh my gosh. How did that not go in? It fell right to a Köln player backdoor. Shoots it just wide. And I think I heard the final whistle go. And that is the final whistle. Borussia Dortmund. Good teams find ways to win. Borussia Dortmund did that today. 1-0 victory over Köln. You gotta feel for Köln here. Played a fantastic game today. Really stymied Dortmund offensively. I mean, you would say before the goal, Köln looked like the team that were going to score first. Did not happen. Dortmund off a corner kick by Brandt. Malen scuffs the shot, bounces off the turf, bounces perfectly in the air. It spins in the top left corner. The defender for Köln on the line couldn't keep it out. And it finishes 1-0. What a game, everybody. We'll get to player ratings here shortly. But Seth, I appreciate it. I'm assuming that that comment had something nice in it. I'll have to translate that later. Angus says, thank you, Grant. I had fun during the stream. Have a good day. Yes, thank you, Angus. Let's do player ratings, and then we shall wrap it up. Let me get a sip of the kombucha first. This stream was provided by Synergy Kombucha. Powers Grant Akeem through his Bundesliga live streams. That was free. Player rating, we'll start with the visitors in Köln, who, like I said, I think played great. Just football is cruel sometimes. Schwabe, the goalkeeper, 5.7, didn't do much. Schmidt, 6.3. Huber, 7.5. Shabbat, 6.9. That's nice. Barkada, 6.9. That's also nice. Lubacek, it would have been fitting if Lubacek had 6.9, but if you get it, the joke, you got it. So it's 7.3. Martel had 7.2. Karstensen, 6.5. Kine, 6.1. Waldschmidt, 6.5. And Selke, 6.7. On the bench, couple players. Adam Yane had 6.3 and Olesen at 5.9. For Borussia Dortmund, the victors, Kobel, 7.4, had some good saves in the game. Ryerson, 7.1. Zula, 7.5. Hummels, 8.3. Benzabani, 8.4. He got man of the match, which I find questionable by FotMob. Excuse me. The kombucha burps. Again. Strike again. 8.4 for Benzabani. Zabitzer, 7.1. Chan, 7.0. Brandt, 8.0. Royce, 7.5. Mullen, 7.9. He got the goal. Haller, 6.2. I thought Brandt did really well today. I thought he was probably the best player overall. Benzabani did good, but I thought Brandt was better, in my opinion. Off the bench, Mokoko, 5.9. Nemeka, 7.4. Adiemi, 6.0. I would have liked to see Adiemi get more time, but that is okay. The 3 stars for me on this game for Borussia Dortmund. My first star has got to be Mullen with the goal, 7.9. Found a way to get the goal, and he did. Second star for me has got to be Brandt. Overall, fantastic game. Had great set pieces, put in some good balls. Great overall day for Brandt. And the third star for me, I'm giving the third star to Hummels because he made some big-time defensive saves. Especially at the very end, there was a through ball that was on. For sure would have been a goal. Hummels stuck out the leg and made the save. Blocked the pass, basically. But yeah, very good Hummels defensively. He made some key interventions that probably could have ended up in the back of the net for Köln. Those are your 3 stars, brought to you by my raw kombucha. Just kidding. Angus says, hey, I see St. Louis City Lutz. Yes, Lutz. He's on ESPN. That was the guy who was on yesterday, too. But I like him, Lutz. He's a good guy. Right, thank you everybody for tuning in. This was so much fun. I hope you had fun as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, on the road to 160 on the channel. Don't forget, Grant predicts the Bundesliga. I will post a video on Monday with the results of how all my predictions did, and we can compare to see how many points we have and whatnot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you check out that video. I explain it all there. Grant predicts the Bundesliga in the video description, or head to the YouTube homepage. Check out anything else I do. Gaming streams, we do it all. FIFA is probably my favorite. Check that out too. But make sure you do follow me on Twitter. @GrantAkeem is the handle. @Grant_Akeem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation. All of those links are in the video description. Right, thank you again. And the next stream on the channel will probably be on Monday. We'll probably do a FIFA stream for AFC Richmond Career Mode. Episode 12, I think. Will probably be live on Monday. But stay tuned to the Twitter and my YouTube community page. I do well of updating that as well. Thank you, and I always like to end my streams by saying it's a crazy world out there, so I'm sending all my love, says it right there, from me to you and to everyone around the world. I give you some love right now. Hope we're doing well, hope we're doing okay, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll speak to you soon, everybody. Let's go, Dortmund. 3 points, baby. Yes.